Hey, what's up guys? It's T Timmy back again with another food review, and I am continuing on my tender tour in which I am going around Manchester, New Hampshire, the chicken tender capital of the world, until I can find the best chicken tender in the city. Let's get into it. All right, so today we are at Kennedy Chicken on Union Street in Manchester. Nice little box here. Appreciate that. Who doesn't like a good box? Boring white boxes. So I ordered the 6-piece. That's what it looks like. Let's see how they are. All right, let's see how tender they are. Soft, little to no chew. Let's take one more bite just to make sure. Not bad. Not as chewy as USA chicken and biscuits, but it's not going to fall apart kind of like we had at Ollie's or Charlie's. Not that tender. So they're in the middle. I'm going to give it a 2.5. Juiciness. Let's see what we got here. Let me put down this box for a minute and break it open. There we go. Not seeing a lot of juice flavors, juice coming out or anything. Kind of dry. It's not super dry. It's not super juicy either. Right in the middle. I'm going to give it a 2.5. All right, crispiness. That's what it looks like up close. Again, like it's not, you hear that little crunch there. It's not the crispiest, it's not the crunchiest, it's not soft. Again, right down the middle. Crispiness, I'm gonna give it 2.5. Seasoning, you can see there, you can see my fingers, greasy, salty. The name of the game for these things, for seasoning, is going to be the salt. They're salted up well. Excuse me, unlike some of the other places we've been so far that don't have any seasoning at all. It's just the batter does all the work. Tastes a lot like kind of a fast food tender, but a little bit more elevated. And I don't mean that in a bad way. They're just kind of basic, and I wouldn't be surprised if these were like frozen already, or like not hand battered. I don't know, I didn't ask, to be honest, but these aren't giving me like real hand breaded battered tenders. I could be wrong, but they're just a lot different tasting than some of the other places that are hand battered and breaded. It is salted very heavily, almost too heavily. There's really nothing else coming from it besides the salt. I could have done with a little less salt and a little more something extra in there. So for seasoning, I'm going to give these guys a 2. As far as value goes, this is what that tenders look like. They're probably 4 inches, decent size for most tenders that we've seen on this channel so far. The 6-piece was $7.99, which is less than, actually it's about half the price of USA chicken and biscuit that we went to last week. So for value, if you're just looking at it from a price standpoint, this is a very competitive price. So for value, I'm going to give these guys a 4.5. It would have been a 5 if, you know, the quality was up there a little more, but it is quite high because what do you want for $7.99? You get 6 large tenders like this. If you guys are wondering why I didn't bring up sauces, is because we got the basic Ken's honey mustard and Ken's sweet and sour. So that's not going to add or detract from the seasoning score. It's just something I'm really not going to mention. Yeah, overall, a little bit under what I was expecting. I've heard really good things about Kennedy Fried Chicken, and maybe the chicken tenders aren't what they're known for. Maybe it's more of the chicken on the bone type of chicken that is worth trying out with them. I would pass on these. They're not disgusting. They're just, there's so much more better places to get tenders in Manchester than this. You get what you pay for, and in this case, it's not much. All right, guys, this is T. Timmy signing off once again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along with my tender tour. We got a whole lot more tender spots to check out, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.